Hi, my name is Ishmael and today we're going to be talking about stamp duty. What is stamp duty and who has to pay it? How much would you have to pay approximately? So, stamp duty is stamp duty land tax is the full name for it, and effectively it's a tax that you have to pay to the government every time you buy a property. So, now we're coming out of Corona, there's talks about a stamp duty holiday. Some people are saying the stamp duty holiday will be on all purchasers. Some people are saying it will be on first-time buyers only, and some people are saying it will be limited to a property purchase price of £500,000, whether it's a first-time buyer, second home, or whatever it is. There's no confirmation yet. I will be posting a video once I get confirmation on exactly what it is and how it's going to be done if there is a stamp duty holiday. But stamp duty, as it stands, you wouldn't pay stamp duty on any property purchase below £40,000. Now, if you're a first-time buyer, there's a £300,000 threshold. So if it's the first property that's going in your name, then it's a £300,000 threshold for purchasing that property before you pay stamp duty. If, however, you're purchasing a property in London as a first-time buyer, the stamp duty threshold is actually £500,000. So there's a difference between London and the rest of the country. If you have got a property already and you're purchasing a second home or a buy-to-let, then the threshold is £40,000. And if you're moving home, the threshold is £125,000. So the threshold works on a basis of step by step. So let's start off with first-time buyers. As I said, first-time buyers will, depending on where you buy, not start paying stamp duty until £300,000 or £500,000. After £500,000 or £300,000, depending on where you're purchasing, there will be a 5% surcharge. So if you're purchasing a property at £500,000, then there will be a 5% stamp duty charge. So you'll be paying £25,000 stamp duty. Obviously, if it's £600,000, you'll be paying £30,000 stamp duty as a first-time buyer. So if you're moving home and you're not a first-time buyer, you will have to only start paying stamp duty on £125,000. After £125,000, there will be a 2% surcharge from £125,000 to £250,000. At £250,000 to £500,000, there will be a 5% surcharge. So this has gone up. Now, we're not going to deal with properties above £500,000, but that would normally be 8%. But generally you're not looking at properties in that sort of price range unless you are going to London or commercial. And I stay away from London because the yields are so low, and with commercial the stamp duty is completely different. So we'll have to do another video on stamp duty for commercial properties. If you're buying a second home or you're purchasing a buy-to-let property, stamp duty is different. Stamp duty is 3% on everything over £40,000 up to £125,000. And then it's 3% plus the 2%, so it's 5% from £125,000 up to £250,000. And then you would be paying 8% from £250,000 to £500,000. So this means it's not a very simple calculation, because if you're purchasing a property for £250,000, you would actually be paying two sets of stamp duty. You'd be paying 3% on up to £125,000, and then for the second £125,000, you'd be paying 5%. So effective stamp duty rate for a £250,000 property would be 4%. So this means that the stamp duty on a £250,000 property would actually be £10,000. Now, you can get stamp duty holidays if you're moving home and you did not sell your home before you bought your second home. Then as long as you sell your first home quickly, then you can get a stamp duty redemption. So you can get the money back that you paid on the stamp duty. Now, it used to be a 3-year period. However, they announced in January this year that it has been changed to a 90-day period. So you've only got 3 months to sell your original home, whereas before you had 3 years to sell your original home to claim back the stamp duty. Otherwise, they'll start charging you the full stamp duty on the new purchase, which you have to pay up front and then you would normally reclaim. There are other ways around stamp duty, but the best thing to do is to speak to a property tax advisor, because I don't know all the details about every single situation. There are various situations where you're buying farms, you're buying property with land, or you're buying mixed-use properties, the stamp duty changes. Or if you're buying it for business purposes as well. So if you're buying it and you can confirm for some reason that you're moving your business because you're operating your business from home, and you're moving it and you're getting an office into the building, if it's set out so you can put an office in the building, you can also get reduction of stamp duty. The biggest one and the easiest one for people to know of is where the property is uninhabitable or unmortgageable. Not always unmortgageable, but uninhabitable. This means that if the property, for example, doesn't have a kitchen sink and an operating bathroom, then you can say you cannot actually live in this property without doing work to it, so they'll give you stamp duty redemption or stamp duty exemption, and therefore you can save on stamp duty. So if you like this video, subscribe to your channel, click the bell notification icon and get notified of the videos coming out every week.